Why do Arsenal move like a small club? We're out here challenging for league titles and getting semi-finals in the Champions League, but when it comes to the transfer window, we're moving like Brentford. Now, that's no disrespect to Brentford, by the way, they're a solid team, but Arsenal are just a level above. Arsenal are the third biggest team in England, behind obviously United and Liverpool, but we don't act like it. Let's look at what our rivals are doing, yeah? Liverpool just won the league, and then they've went and put in a record signing for Wirtz. And they're also attempting to get Isak as well. They won the league, made a record signing, and then they're still pushing for another record signing. That is the mentality you need to have when you're at this level. But then you look at Arsenal, we've come second in the league 3 times in a row, so we clearly need to improve. Yet it's mid-June, and the only person we've signed is a defensive midfielder. And yes, Zubimendi is still a very good signing because obviously Jorginho's left, so Zubimendi replaces Jorginho. But now all these rumours are coming out that Partey's going to leave because they won't pay his wages to extend his contract, which I think is the stupidest thing. If Partey leaves on a free, that will be one of the biggest mistakes this club has ever made. Because people make the argument of, oh, his wages are too high, he's in his 30s, why would we pay those high wages? You're going to spend more money when you have to buy a new player because he's left on a free. Like, the logic doesn't make sense to let him go. But yeah, back to the main point. Arsenal need a striker and a left winger and another creative midfielder. But as it stands right now, we've signed a backup keeper and 1 defensive midfielder, and 2 of our defensive midfielders have fucked off. Obviously, Partey could still stay because it's not the end of the window yet, and I really hope he does stay. But come on, man, knowing Arsenal, I just can't see it. I just can't see it happening. Then you move on to the forwards, right? And this really pisses me off, this does. People always talk about the Rodrigo signing as if it's going to be near impossible. Why? I think that's outrageous to think that it's nearly impossible. The mentality of this club and some of the fans is stupid. Arsenal are a big club, fighting for Premier Leagues, fighting for Champions Leagues. Like, why can't we get Rodrigo? He's only 90 million, and in today's market, for a player of his quality, that is really not a lot of money. So as a big club, we should just slap the money on the table and see what happens. The worst they say is no. All right, you move on to your next target. Anyway, I'm going to end it there, otherwise I will be here all day talking about this. I just wanted to get the point across that I think this club has such a weak mentality when it comes to transfer windows. I really do. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments.